That man loves me so much. And, you know, look what we built. We've built a beautiful life, and we have 2 healthy, beautiful children. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome.
It's so fake.
Like, this can't be real. Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time?
Most of Meghan Markle's yacht girl pics have been scrubbed from the internet.
There was a sex tape about her.
And I saw it.
What do Americans really think of Harry and Meghan? We despise them.
Oh, he's such a great partner.
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's
This
bad.
is terrible.
You suck. You suck.
I feel that.
What? Stop.
All of it is fake.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I don't like it.
Just talking nonsense. It's stupid. Can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you don't got to do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
I knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
You just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
Right, I feel that every day in how supportive he's been. He's also a fox.
You're ugly.
It's weird, right?
I get another lecture from you, I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back. On a recent episode of his podcast, he openly roasted Meghan Markle, accusing her of faking tears and putting on an act during her latest emotional media appearance. With his signature no BS style, Rogan said what many people have been thinking: she's an actress, she knows how to cry on cue, and those tears, please, they looked about as real as a reality show wedding. And just like that, the internet exploded.
Being unable to just be a human.
I mean, when I listen to Meghan, I am just reminded that there's nothing authentic there.
You're never going to convince anyone that you're authentic.
I'm working so hard. Is she really?
You just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Don't make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Meghan Markle, once celebrated as a modern royal icon and advocate for humanitarian causes, has found herself once again drowning in controversy, and this time, there's no palace protocol to shield her. What was supposed to be a heartwarming podcast appearance quickly spiraled into an avalanche of backlash, ridicule, and legal threats. From questionable branding choices to old rumors resurfacing, it seems Meghan just can't escape the spotlight, no matter how carefully she tries to control the narrative.
Oh my God, that hat. Oh God, he's so hot. Look at him. Isn't Prince Harry? She bagged a fox. But look how nice is she, pulling away from her lovely prince. It's so good. Who's filming this?
The kids, these email addresses that sort of like names again that you would never guess, that I will give them at some point in their lives when they're older. But before I go to bed almost every night, I email them.
Wow.
I email because it doesn't have to be a heavy lift.
Let's break down the storm swirling around Meghan Markle and why, for many, the Duchess of Sussex is fast becoming the Duchess of Drama. It all started when Meghan appeared on the Jamie Kern Lima podcast, an episode that was framed as a candid, deeply personal conversation. Meghan spoke emotionally about motherhood, the struggles of public life, and her journey through rejection and resilience. She even described writing emails to her children every night as a way of staying connected. On the surface, it was meant to be inspiring, almost like a spiritual confession of sorts. But not everyone bought it. In fact, many listeners, including some very vocal ones like Joe Rogan, felt that the performance was just that.
Your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Kern Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
A performance. Body language experts quickly dissected the interview, pointing out red flags. No actual tears, forced expressions, inconsistent emotional tone. One expert even said it looked like Meghan was acting out grief rather than actually experiencing it. And then came the icing on the cake. An old video clip resurfaced of Meghan laughing and bragging about how she can cry on command. Just like that. Boom. The internet went wild. Critics immediately pounced, saying the podcast was just another example of Meghan crafting a carefully polished public image, one that's more Hollywood than heartfelt. The reaction was swift and brutal. Social media exploded with memes, TikToks, and viral tweets mocking Meghan's emotional display. She was dubbed everything from the Duchess of Deception to the crying actress.
Meghan Markle has burst into tears in a fake new podcast appearance.
One post read, "When Meghan cries, even onions roll their eyes." Ouch. But it wasn't just the fake tears that raised eyebrows. A seemingly innocent gesture, a gift basket for podcast host Jamie Kern Lima, sparked a whole new round of criticism. Included in the basket was a handwritten note signed, "Her Royal Highness Meghan, Duchess of Sussex." Sounds fancy, right? There's just one problem. She's not supposed to use that title. When Meghan and Harry stepped down from their royal duties, part of the deal with the palace was that they would no longer publicly use their HRH titles. It wasn't revoked, but they agreed not to exploit it. So seeing that royal signature on a branded basket promoting her latest product line felt, well, intentional. And not in a good way. Critics argued it was a blatant move to leverage royal branding, again, for personal gain.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
Oh, we want our privacy and safety, but we'll go be at Beyonce concerts and do whatever we want. Oh, look at him.
Another round of backlash ensued. Headlines asked, "Is Meghan Markle above the rules? Or does she just not care anymore?" As if the image control drama wasn't enough, things got even messier with Meghan's business ventures. Her lifestyle brand, originally dubbed American Riviera Orchard, had already raised eyebrows for being vague and overly curated. But in a surprise twist, the name was quietly rebranded to As Ever. New name, new logo, but old problems. First, there was immediate confusion with another company operating under a similar name. Legal experts warned that this could easily turn into a trademark dispute. Then, the internet sleuths struck again. A Spanish town accused Meghan's brand of lifting their centuries-old coat of arms for her logo. The symbols were nearly identical, down to the color palette. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it did.
As that was Meghan's dream. Her dream was to be an A-lister, and she was unable to make it to those A-list parties on the basis of her own merit as an actress. You know, she wasn't a very good actress, and so she figured out how to maneuver that by
photos about last night. ... Thank you, Beyonce and team, for an amazing concert and a very fun date night. All love. Girl, she didn't invite you to the concert.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
A fan, inspired by Meghan's appearance on her Netflix series, recreated one of her bath salt recipes. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. The fan claims she followed the recipe exactly and ended up with severe chemical burns. Now she's threatening to sue Meghan, Netflix, and the Archewell Foundation for up to $10 million. If that lawsuit moves forward, it could be a legal and PR nightmare, not just for Meghan, but for her entire brand image. Meanwhile, tensions with the royal family are still simmering, and according to insiders, they're about to boil over. Reports suggest that Prince William is done playing nice. One royal watcher said, "He's waiting for the crown, and when he gets it, he'll cut ties permanently." That might sound extreme, but consider what's happened over the past few years. From Oprah interviews to memoir bombshells, Prince Harry and Meghan haven't held back. But the more they talk, the more distant the rest of the royal family seems to get. Harry's recent comments about King Charles's health only deepened the divide. In a moment that some interpreted as emotional blackmail, Harry suggested that the king's cancer battle should prompt a family reunion, or at least a more secure living arrangement for him and Meghan. Royal insiders weren't impressed. Instead of sympathy, it came off as strategic guilt-tripping. What was once a private feud between brothers and in-laws has now become a global, slow-burning scandal that refuses to go away. Every time Meghan speaks, Every time Harry publishes, it's like another match thrown into the royal firestorm. And now, old rumors are crawling back into the light. Rumors that Meghan probably thought were long buried. Online forums, gossip sites, and even former associates are rehashing claims about Meghan's early career, particularly her alleged connections to yacht events.
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
There's evidence that suggests that she went on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Prince Andrew.
Wealthy elites, and the kinds of circles linked to Prince Andrew and even Jeffrey Epstein. There's zero hard evidence linking Meghan to any illegal activity, but the fact that these rumors won't go away says something about the lingering public suspicion. Even a former associate from her Deal or No Deal days recalled her being especially keen on high-profile golf events and celebrity parties, suggesting that Meghan always had her sights set higher than briefcase modeling. And that's really the heart of the issue. To her critics, Meghan represents the ultimate PR paradox. Someone who craves privacy but constantly lives in the public eye. Someone who denounces tabloids but fuels the press machine with every calculated move. Someone who claims to reject the monarchy but repeatedly uses royal titles to market bath salts. To her fans, she's misunderstood. A strong woman standing up to an ancient institution and a brutal media system. But even some longtime supporters are now stepping back, wondering, is this really about activism and authenticity, or just about attention? Joe Rogan's roast might have felt like a low blow to some, but in many ways, it echoed what millions are quietly thinking. When does storytelling become manipulation? When does vulnerability turn into branding? Meghan Markle's recent podcast appearance was supposed to be a moment of reconnection with the public, a reminder of her resilience and humanity. Instead, it may have opened a new chapter of scrutiny, satire, and scandal. Whether she likes it or not, the world is still watching and judging. And if Joe Rogan is any indication, laughing too. The Duchess may no longer live in a palace, but she's still surrounded by drama. Maybe now more than ever.